I'm invisible to the ladies walking around Jakarta, but it's another story whilst using the dating apps there. Suddenly, I have a presence. I'm on Badoo, Bumble and Tinder. Since arriving in Jakarta from the Philippines, I've had more successes in a month than I ever had over a similar short time in the Philippines. And when I say short time, I'm happy to say I've not paid for any of my encounters whilst in Jakarta, which makes me extra happy.
Hello, good morning, good evening, and welcome to Bigg World Cinema. Without further ado, we'll continue with what you're here for.
The week before I landed in Indonesia, I signed up to Tinder Gold for a week and used passport mode to place myself in Jakarta and check the lay of the land. I actually got quite a few matches.
So these are the ones that like me. So naturally, I'm going to have success with all of these ladies because these ladies have actually liked me. So
then, when I arrived in Jakarta, I started using Badoo and Bumble as well. Having spent over 5 years dating in the Philippines, I immediately started seeing similarities between Filipinas and Indonesian ladies who've taken it up a notch regarding princess treatment. A lot of girls expect nothing less nowadays, issuing lavish demands to say they want flowers, chocolates, to be wined and dined on their first date. Saying my love language is receiving gifts, craving fine wine and a candlelit dinner. With profile photos shot in grandeur places, dolled up to the nines, posing in fancy restaurants, holding bouquets of flowers. Gold diggers, basically, or freeloaders, I call them. You can normally tell women to be avoided at all costs. Costs being the operative word. They all want to be taken someplace so they can pose for their Insta shots. Good luck if they actually give you any attention, apart from when the bill arrives and she slides it across the table to you. And it's not just Filipinas carrying excess weight. Some figures on Indonesian ladies' profiles pics are also off the scales. Asian ladies ain't so petite anymore, no siree, but many more Indonesian ladies appear to be off the couch, being active. Golf is very popular here, as is pickleball, badminton, photographs shot in gyms. Although, whether they actually work out is debatable. It appears that Filipinas and Indonesians are all singing from the same hymn sheet on their dating profiles, copying and pasting the same sheet. Profile words pilfered from an AI bot. You deserve good things and I want to be one of them. Oh, please, show some originality, ladies. I don't know if it's the language barrier, but conversations take forever. They've been very eloquent with ChatGPT's help on their profile, but getting answers from questions is akin to pulling teeth. You working in Jakarta? Yes. Not I work at giving longer answers in Jakarta. So I have to scream, "Where in Jakarta?" whilst pulling my hair out. Oh, hang on. At least they're working, more so than their Filipina cousins who are generally freely available to meet most days. But Indonesian ladies tend to work long hours. Great, yes, you work, but why not tell me what work you do so I don't have to ask another question, damn it? Responses take forever, or you start a conversation, they respond, and then the line goes dead. And then they reappear weeks later. Many will say, "Sorry, not active on this app." Why did you sign up to the app then? Or did your bot do it without your knowledge? In Jakarta, there's lots of Christians and lots of Muslim ladies, but a lot less single mums. My age on the apps is either 47 or 50. I don't care that I'm lying. I'm not after a permanent relationship, and everyone lies on dating apps anyway. In the Philippines, the oldest lady I'd consider dating was 35, but in Jakarta, I increased my search from 35 to 45 years old. Indonesian ladies age better, in my opinion. I was matching with many 40-year-olds. I don't have a problem dating an attractive lady in her 40s, until she shows me photographs of her attractive 20-year-old daughter, when it then becomes a problem. I was also matching with a few ladies wearing hijab, but was a little concerned over how things might progress. I'd actually love to go on a date with a lady wearing a hijab. I've already been circumcised, so I'm halfway there anyway. Would I need to convert before I could see if the engine was in good working order beneath the bonnet, so to speak? I like early starts, but kneeling 5 times a day is a little excessive in my opinion. Although I'm more than happy for her to prostrate herself in front of me all day and relieve my growing prostate situation. As usual, it's never obvious what their agenda is appearing on these apps. There seems to be no rush in meeting someone, unless she hasn't been fed that day, of course. One said, "I'm rarely open, Bumble, and will reply to your messages in a week to a month. If I reply faster than that, you're lucky." She was 20 and hot, so I thought I stood no chance. But we matched, and she actually responded to my message within 9 hours. Woohoo! But after my next message, she didn't bother responding, which happens a lot. Just lack of communication. Perhaps it's a generational thing. Responses used to be quicker, but now you can wait for days or you're ghosted, as if nobody's really bothered about dating anymore. As if communicating on apps is just a way of relieving boredom and passing time. So you don't know how long communication with that person will last. It could be a quick hello and that's it. It could be a couple of hours. I generally find that having chatted with somebody one day, the following day they've already ghosted you. There's no longevity with this transient generation wanting instant gratification. You have to be fortunate to connect when your worlds collide. Blink and they're gone. On Tinder, there are many hookahs. You can generally tell what type of girl they are if they immediately start calling you babe, plus asking what hotel you're staying at. Ladies who are quick to ask for your WhatsApp number is normally a giveaway. They're a hookah, and then after you've started chatting on WhatsApp, they'll immediately unmatch you on Tinder or whatever. Prices for hookahs are expensive in Jakarta. They were quoting from 1 million to 2.3 million rupiah. That's between $60 and $140. Although AJ, or Belle, the same girl, the $140 hookah was pretty hot. Many Indonesian girls smoke, which is a big turn-off for me, but many are also more physically active, much more than Filipinas. Well, lots of images of Indonesians in gym or playing golf, although they're probably just shooting images for their Insta page, but at least they're in a gym, which is a dirty word for Filipinas. Billiards is also popular, as is the love of soccer. Another lady said she didn't like chatting much, but we messaged on WhatsApp. She was keen to meet, Told her I was new in town and didn't know my way around Jakarta yet, so I asked her for suggestions on where she'd like to meet. Asking a lady where they normally like to hang out and where they'd like us to meet is a good indication of what type of person they are and what they want from me. This lady sent me a link to a restaurant called Henshin. I googled it. Henshin is a rooftop bar serving Nikkei cuisine noodles averaging 350,000 rupiah, which is 16 quid or $21 a meal, washed down with cocktails starting at 180,000 rupiah, which is 8 quid or $11 a pop. I didn't even bother messaging her back. I'm not fond of ladies out to extort me. Why can't they be more humble and just go for street food? Ha! They're on the dating apps to find rich foreigners to spoil them. Not me, sweetheart. So I don't bother swiping right on profiles set in exotic settings who are out of my league. If you like what you're seeing here and want to stay connected with my travels in Indonesia and across the globe, I think you need to subscribe and click the notification bell. Thank you. Social smoker, yeah, this is what I'm finding. A lot of the ladies smoke. Short time fun. Now this happens a lot in Indonesia, I've found. 5'7", 65 kg. Well, I'm only 71 kg now, so that's a bit of a tank. I'm not too sure what this is. Oh gosh. Look, I hate tattoos, especially on legs and especially on cleavage. That is, yeah. What do you think, guys? But that's a definite no for me. She's quite sexy, but oh, she stands on her head. Closed mouth smiles are always a bit suspicious. Well, we're going to go out in matching, is that Gucci? No thanks. I'm not keen on ladies with the small chest, larger butt combo. That's sort of a little bit off-putting. Yeah, another tank. Lots of tanks. Look at those eyebrows. Looks like something out of Thunderbirds, if you remember Thunderbirds. I won't message first. My profile's hidden. Well, your profile's not hidden because I've seen it. The English ones were fully booked. I don't speak Arabic. Okay. What do you reckon, guys? Do you think this lady of 40 is worth a shot? Blackface. I think that's a bit racist. Yeah, I think she's going to be a little bit chunky. When ladies hide behind counters and stuff, yeah, a bit chunky. Lots of chunkiness going on here. Eva. Oh, Eva, an artist. Oh gosh, single mum with one kid. There are fewer single mums in, oh gosh, her teeth. She's obviously, I don't know if she's had her teeth done or, no thanks, Eva. Nice pigeons. I prefer the pigeons. Yeah. Long-term partner, that always scares me, that expression. She's a runner and completely flat-chested. I'm not into flat chests. Short-term fun, oh my goodness, I can't have much fun with... Are you going to have much fun with her? No. Why wear a face mask on a dating app? That is ridiculous. Short-term fun. What do you reckon? Could you have short-term fun with her? Only looking for a man who have emotional intelligence, maturity, and are gentlemen, interest casual things, fun and networking. I'm not a party person. I like chill with Netflix while eat a slice of pizza. Well, it looks like she eats more than a slice, doesn't it? So Hanny, short term about me, hi. What a great profile. Hanny, now what, that is dodgy, isn't it? Oh gosh, very dodgy. Nice breasts, but Tattoos are a no-no, and she has the bar girl vibe, Hanny Sweet. No thank you. Bye. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 45, 770 miles away. Thank goodness of that. I've got to have a look at Fanny. I love ladies whose name's Fanny. Which one's Fanny? I love this when they put on a whole team of people. They put on a whole team of people, but they don't actually say which one they are. Oh, there she is. No, thanks, Fanny. Sure. Long-term partner, 2 miles away. Things were looking good until she showed that she had a kid. There we go. Oh gosh. Look at that child's forehead. Suzanne. I love the way she blends into the brick wall. Oh gosh, no thanks. So during my first fortnight in Jakarta, I'd been matching quite a lot, but had not managed to actually meet anyone in person yet. On Bumble, I matched with a lady whose images were very top heavy. In each photo, her breasts were the main attraction, and she clearly knew that. We matched on Wednesday. She messaged me first. We chatted briefly for 3 days. On Saturday, she asked to chat on WhatsApp, where we talked about meeting that evening, and then she disappeared for the afternoon, so I decided just to head out myself. From my Philippine dating experiences, I find it's best to do your own thing rather than hang around all day waiting for unreliable Filipinas, so I went to a beer garden called Melly's. I'd arrived there early, around 6:30, when there were few people around. But my plan was just to have a couple of drinks and probably leave anyway and head somewhere else to eat. Around 7:40, Booby, I'll call her, sent a cutesy meme message saying she'd just woken up. Told her where I was. With friends? She asked. No. Alone. Oh, I see, she replied. Have fun? ? I asked Booby if she wanted to come and join me. She said sure, but needed an hour to prepare. Okay, I said. She lived not far from the area I was, but turned up 80 minutes later. But Booby was dressed quite elegantly, with her boobies hidden in a sequined cardigan and black slacks with heels, a little more chunkier than her chosen photographs had led me believe. But Booby had a nice face and a smiley persona. The band had started now, but thankfully not so loud that we had to shout at each other. She was 27, taught young kids, is a former black belt in judo, had previously dated an Italian guy she'd split up with 2 years earlier when he was 52, almost twice her age. So Booby wasn't adverse to meeting older guys. She guessed I was around her ex-boyfriend's age, but said I looked better as his chain smoking had aged his skin. Fortunately, Booby despised smoking as much as I do. She was quite easy to talk with, chatty, attentive, didn't look at her phone, was quite tactile and good fun. Told me stories of her life, but asked little of me. Booby was only drinking juice, but we had some food together. The food, plus the 2 big beers I'd had earlier, came to 420,000 rupiah, which is 19 quid or $26. Certainly a cheaper evening than if I'd gone to Henshin. Booby then said she wanted to get out of there. I said we could go back to my hotel and sit by the pool. In the back of a taxi, Booby sat close to me, holding my hand. Arriving at my hotel, We just went straight up to my room, got down to it immediately. She loved having her big boobies sucked and bitten, but kept her girdle on throughout, not wanting to display her large stomach. Her family are Muslim, but she doesn't practice herself. I obviously performed well, as Booby wanted us to repeat the act before I left Jakarta. I'm just showing what is actually on offer, who haven't liked me but are on offer. The following day, Sunday, around 4 p.m, I got a WhatsApp message from a lady who lives in Tangerang, near the airport. We'd matched during the week on Tinder, had continued chatting on WhatsApp, but her messages had been so brief and boring that I'd stopped messaging her. Normally, when I stop messaging someone, that's when the conversation ends. So it was a surprise that she'd actually messaged me first, 4 days later. I responded to her message around 6:15. She asked, "Is everything okay?" Which sounded more concerned than she probably meant, but I said that everything's tickety-boo. Whether she'd understand that or not, I don't know. Said she was currently in a salon, and as we chatted, she sent me photographs and videos currently being massaged by a guy. I said I could have done that for free. "Oh really?" she said. Said she went out clubbing last night with her friends, but prefers quiet nights at home now. I said that's what I do now, preferring to Netflix and chill in my hotel. She said we should meet. "Sure, when's good?" I replied. "Today is okay, but I can't stay." Having come from the Philippines, where many ladies will clearly say, "Do not invite me to your hotel," it appears that Indonesian ladies don't seem to share that opinion. "What time can you come?" I asked. 7:45, I think. "Tell me your place, I will come." Pamper Girl was in northern Jakarta, 30 kilometers away. It took her around 45 minutes to arrive at my hotel. Then sent me a message saying I should come down to meet her now in the lobby. As I walked into the lobby, a petite masked lady in denim hot pants, looking like she was going off to the beach for the day, sauntered in. I'd imagined Pamper Girl to be taller, so I looked at her, then looked around the lobby. She took her mask off, laughing. I asked her if she wanted to eat in the restaurant or go upstairs for room service. "That would be better," she said. Although there's a message in the lobby saying guests are not allowed to stay after hours, there's no heavy-handed guard situation like there is in the Philippines. Pamper Girl had just sauntered past the guard without him saying anything to us at all. In my room, she laid down on my bed, talked about how hungover she was after last night. I've said this before about Filipinas whilst living in the Philippines, how quick Asian ladies get comfortable with you. I hadn't FaceTimed Booby from last night or Pamper Girl today, so all they'd seen of me was my profile pics online, yet both very trusting at going to a complete stranger's hotel room. I took my usual position, sitting on a chair beside the bed. I sat, listening to her story. She was a fun girl, but deeply damaged. Said she'd had years of counselling. I asked her questions as if I were actually her counsellor. Actually, I'd make a good counsellor, as I'm interested in people's stories. They, less so of me. Pamper Girl's life was a complex one. I said she didn't have to answer if the questions were too personal, but she was quite open, although at times I'd ask her to repeat things, explain or speak up as she'd just gesture or mumble something quickly, so I didn't know what she meant. We talked deeply quite quickly. She was 29, had been in a relationship with an Indonesian guy for 5 years, which ended 2 years earlier when she finally left him because of his continuous cheating with other women. She lived with her Christian family, her parents and many siblings. Only one of her sisters knew that Pamper Girl wasn't a virgin. So 2 years ago, when her relationship ended, she started her own Craving for Men campaign, which reignited memories of her childhood sexual abuse by an uncle when she was 8 years old. Says she's an insomniac, can only sleep if someone's holding her hand. So I assume she regularly seeks out comfort of men during the day, then returns to the family home. Pamper Girl's Tinder profile says she's after good companionship, someone who can take care of her physically, emotionally and financially. She worked a job only 1 day a week. Says she regularly travels to KL and Singapore and stays alone in hotel rooms. Says that KL immigration always ask her which hotel she's staying at, whereas in Singapore they don't ask these questions. I couldn't work her out. Why she flies alone to stay in hotels, whether she's a paid escort or not, or just enjoys meeting random guys and gets jiggy for free. But how does she afford to fly there, working only 1 day a week? I assume guys fly her over to meet them. She said she's confused about her next STD checkup, which she has every 3 months. Her use of the word confused was probably incorrect, but I was certainly confused about her situation. She said from the start of this year she hadn't wanted to meet anyone casually. Said she just wants a quiet life and wants to be at home alone in her room. I said something must have happened to trigger that. Why is she swiping right on all these guys if she just wants to be left alone? And why was I the lucky one? I asked, with her just laughing. I told Pamper Girl that she looks Indian, like Salma Hayek, the sexy actress, who's actually not Indian, but anyway. That would explain why many Indian guys messaged me, she said, showing me hundreds of messages on Tinder which she hadn't responded to. She said spending time on dating apps is too tiring nowadays. Tell me about it. She didn't eat much of her food. Gladly, the food at this hotel wasn't expensive. I hate it when dates order food and leave 75% of it. Not that I'm tight, much. After we'd finished eating, Pamper Girl laid down again. I joined her on the bed and we started getting cosy. She asked if I'd met any Indonesian girls yet. No, I lied. I hadn't had my room made up from yesterday, so had just flipped over the bed quilt and pillows to hide Booby's makeup stains. As my head moved south, Pamper Girl excused herself to go wash herself first. Being naked didn't faze her. She was around 153 centimetres, just over 5 foot, had a handful of breasts, plus a big butt with stretch marks. It's amazing how females all over the world now are masters in image manipulation. In her profile photos, it looked like she had long legs rather than short, stumpy ones. Throughout our session, Pamper Girl had a smile on her face, complimenting me. After getting jiggy, we lay entwined. Like my previous date, Pamper Girl asked little of me, although she did ask if I'd been married and how long I was planning on staying in Jakarta. But that was it. She wasn't really interested in my story. Neither of them knew I have a YouTube channel. But then her happiness ended. She withdrew, saying she needed to go. She showered and dressed, and whilst waiting for her taxi, she lay on the bed fixated on a Chinese app, learning Mandarin. It felt weird how quickly she'd disconnected from me, having been totally focused on me in our earlier conversation and during and whilst getting jiggy, as if the counselling session was now over and she didn't want to engage anymore. I escorted her down in the lift, and unlike Filipinas, who generally ask for money for their fare to come and meet you or get home, neither of these ladies asked for transportation money. Pamper Girl had asked me earlier why I'd chosen this particular hotel, which I took as a criticism. It didn't bother me anyway. I'd want the lady I end up with to have a much more slender butt anyway. These fleeting internet encounters are quite fitting with the way the world is nowadays. People have short attention spans, no staying power. They click on something on screen, give it a few seconds of their time and move on. This is how we are with each other in real life. Nobody's faithful anymore. Everyone is transient. It's like these women need to be held, heard, appreciated, valued for a short time and can't expect anything more from you. As soon as they left my hotel room, I never heard from either of them again. I didn't even get a thanks for the ride message. How ungrateful! See you on the next video, everyone. Happy dating!
Just a quick reminder to please click the thumbs up button if you liked the video, or thumbs down button if you didn't. Obviously. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? Chubby cheeks, my chubby cheeks exactly, and chubby rest of you as well. Okay, I'm going to finish it off, but let's find something decent, please. How about Sarah? Oh, is that Fat Club? Goodness me. Which one's Sarah? Is that one Sarah? Second one. Oh gosh, this is terrible. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look at Nice. Okay. Meeting in person is better in Tobin because she's only 2 miles away. She owns her online food. She smokes. What do you reckon? Should I give a go? She has a nice. Let's give a go. See what happens. Right, finishing off. Please find something decent. Still figuring it out. Empty profile. This is it. My final swipe. Is there anything here? Short-term fun. Strange photographs. I think she'll probably be a pay girl. So I've just discovered this new feature called Free Tonight on Tinder. What do you reckon? Whittier, do you reckon I should give Whittier a go? No thanks. Hazia looks alright. The problem with a lot of these Free Tonight girls are they are probably pay girls, although she's probably not. Lucy. Yeah, and then a lot of them are wanting to go to rooftop bars, which I'm not going to entertain. Single mum. Is that all the same girl? Sushi date, yeah, obviously. No thanks. Single mum 21 wants a sushi date. Arshla. Well, I can't really see her face. And hiding. And rooftop bar. And wine. No, thank you. Seriously only. Okay. She looks quite good. Aldi. Shella. Free tonight. No, thank you. Go and play a pickleball. Putri. Yet again. A bit too chunky. But she liked biryani. Chubby. Look. Fucking hell. Sorry, excuse my French. Chubby. There we go. No thanks. I'm not into chubby girls at all. Chubby is not the new sexy. Della, live life to the fullest. Where is she? Where is that? Who I am. Regina. No thank you. Nice oranges, but smoker when drinking. Farella. Farella looks short-term but long-term okay. That generally means I am a hookah. Not looking for sugar dad. She's 45, not looking for a sugar daddy. Inu with a face mask and covering her face. How's it going with these? Helena. Oh dear, so funny. Shorty. Shorty looks okay. Oh gosh. Now there's a pair on Dev. Fake age. Oh gosh. 4 miles away. Let's go back to that shot. The money shot. Looks good. Danila, fan only. That means pay girl. Notice I haven't got any matches yet. Even her cartoon smokes. Are you hiding her face? By yourself. What does that mean? She actually looks okay, Vina. Not been good, has it? It's not been good. Let's leave it at that.
You've been watching Uncle, the man from Bigg World Cinema. Please like, subscribe and share with your friends.